We got quite a few. Well, hello, and welcome to RTAG Nation Live. We are so glad that you all are joining us today. Today on the show, we are going to be talking about our brand new cryptocurrency. No, I'm kidding. We are going to be talking about the convention. We've got a special guest with us that's representing our diamond. That's right, you heard it. Our diamond partner, which is going to be our top partner for the year, who believes in you all so much that they want to put their money where their mouth is. So we're excited to welcome them. We're going to talk about what's going on at the convention. We're going to talk about new things coming up, and we are going to talk about the swag sale that is coming live right after we roll the intro. RTAG Nation, we're going. Well, hello and welcome back, RTAG Nation. We are so excited for what is to come. And to my friends watching from Cozumel, hola, ¿cómo estás? So excited to see you. We've got people from all over the world watching in today, and I cannot tell you how excited it is to be back with you and to start this first series of RTAG Nation Lives as we progress towards the coming convention. It is going to be amazing. Real quick before we introduce our special guest and our diamond sponsors, we're revamping a little bit how we are doing some of the swag. We are gonna start doing quarterly pre-order campaigns, and so how that works is you'll start seeing every Friday on our Fridge Fund Friday. You'll start seeing the different shirts and hats that are going to be offered, and those are going to start, I believe, April 25th, and then April 25th, the store is going to go live. And you can go on and order. The store will be live for about 3 weeks, I believe. And when the store closes, we're going to collect all those orders, have them made, and ship them directly to you. So the whole process is going to take between 4 and 6 weeks, but you'll have all of your swag directly to you. We found this is going to be a simpler way for us to try and manage some of this, but also to get you some of those great things like this beautiful t-shirt we see right here. Well, we are so excited to have you all. We're starting to see people come in. We'll give it a quick few minutes. Looks like I got about 50 folks on. We're going to have our guest on here in a minute. We're going to make the announcements, and then we are going to allow questions as well. We're going to talk a little bit about what this company stands for, what they're looking for, all the different kinds of things that they are bringing to the table for this next year. And if you get a chance, make sure that you get it, go into YouTube, you click that subscribe button. If you haven't had a chance to do that, we've got reviews coming up. Fancy, right? We got reviews coming up on that channel. We've got some long content, which I'll tell you about one of those actually when we bring our guest on. But we've got a lot of interesting content that's going to come up, a little bit more long form stuff to kind of give deep dives into some of the different let's say some of the different airlines or 135 operators or cargo operators that you might want to look at. And I'm going to take this question right off the bat because I think it's interesting. Somebody help Jamie answer this question. For those of you Star Wars people out there. All right, so I don't want to waste any longer. Looks like we've got a bunch of viewers on right now. If you're watching afterwards, somebody just said, throw out guesses who the diamond is. All right, here we go. Are you ready? I've got this cool little video that we've got together. And, this is a company that was super excited. And I will tell you that when we opened registration, we told everybody, hey, listen, it's going to go live on this date. We're going to open up registration for you. And it's going to be first come, first serve. So you better go in, get it fast, make your moves as quick as you can so that you can get on and get that whatever partnership you want to go. And so this team was able to get this in about 7 seconds. I'm not kidding. They were able to click this, send through the registration, and it came to my email in about 7 seconds. And we couldn't be happier. We've gotten really close with this company. But without further ado, this year, RTAG 2022, our diamond sponsor. That's right. It's American Airlines. A lot of you guys are super excited, have been hitting that up. And I'm joined here today with Corey Glenn. Corey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, how you all doing? Great to be back with the RTAG Nation. It's been a long time, October, and then here with you on live was what, last June.
That's
So
right.
excited to be back. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we are so excited. We are so excited that you guys could join us again. I know that you guys came last year as your first time, and you came in at the gold level and to see what it was about. What did you guys think? What brought you back to wanna lay it all on the line this time?
Wow, we were just really impressed with how you guys pulled things together, and just there's no surprise the amount of energy and support we want to give to veterans, but seeing how this directly affects them and directly affects you, and we're able to contribute, and we know that 100% of that is going to be passed through to them. It was a no brainer for us. We put a bunch of our team together. You know, the secret sauce for getting in there in 7 seconds was we had rehearsals. It was like time trial day the day before, making sure that our team was prepared to get in there as quick as we could to lock in this top diamond spot.
I love it. And we can't thank you enough. I know on behalf of myself, Eric, Jim, and Tim, but on behalf of all the people that are watching live right now and are going to watch, and all of the veterans, I think, that have come for the last 5 years, this will be the 5th year. It means a lot that you all are willing to invest so much time and frankly, money into what we're doing. One of the exciting things this year that we did with the Diamond sponsorship, and this is good. This is the first time I think everybody's probably going to hear it, but we have partnered with American this year to give out a $20,000 scholarship, and that's exciting. And so, tell me a little bit about what that means to be able to give out a veteran scholarship as well to go through a transition.
Listen, as a veteran myself, as a enlisted to officer, going through the pilot training pipeline, I went every single way I could to figure out how I was going to be make it as an airline pilot, and it took me a little bit longer than the average person. But recognizing those hurdles there, the biggest obstacle obviously is money. So we want to make
Right.
sure that we can create the opportunity to enable as many people as possible to level out those obstacles and bring you over. We want you. We Our best supporting folks that are on our team, on the American Airlines team, worldwide, come from the veterans, and so we wanted to make sure that we were able to return that investment. And obviously, as a business, we want you to come work for us. So
Yeah, of course. One of the things we were talking about the other day that I thought was really interesting is you had mentioned you guys had how many active like reservists, how many people reserve in National Guard currently in the reserves or Guard working at American right now?
absolutely, yeah, we're approaching about 19,000 of our 100,000 plus employees are active reservists and guardsmen.
That's awesome. And
So
that doesn't even include the veterans and everything else that
absolutely
you guys
not.
have.
Absolutely not. And little shameful pitch here, but I hope a lot of you last week got to see the unveiling that we have such an amazing Veterans Initiative team on board that pulled together and unlaunched Flagship Valor, which is our Medal of Honor tribute in partnership with the Medal of Honor Museum that just broke ground last week as well in Arlington. So
Yeah.
just we're immersed in the culture of supporting our veterans, and in return, we know that the veterans support us. So.
Absolutely. And one of the I'll take a second as a former helicopter pilot. What did Jerry Jones come in? How did he get in there?
Yeah, he came in his personal Gazelle. Everybody else rolled up in Bentleys and all the little fashionable cars, and then all of a sudden the cars stopped coming in, and here comes a white and blue Gazelle coming flying in and land in the parking lot for Jerry Jones and
Coming in like
family to
with a
walk out.
helicopter. That's so awesome.
Right.
I think we'll open up to questions here in a second, but I think one of the things that I would be really interesting to talk about is from your perspective too, because I mean, we talked maybe a little bit at the convention because we talked kind of before it started and after, and you guys were swamped. What were some of the things that you enjoyed about what the people that you talked to or the people that your team talked to? Because I know I got to talk to a lot of your team, and they were really, really pleased with the people that came, just kind of ready to go. What are some of the things that you took away that might help our next group that is ready to go, want to come to American, kind of be successful at the convention?
Absolutely. We already know, veterans have a little bit of a bigger sense of loyalty. I'll be honest, listening to what was the build-up for the convention last October, wasn't really sure what to expect. I didn't know if there were going to be 150 people or 1,500 people. Certainly did not expect the massive amount of qualified folks that we spoke to. And And I think you guys are seeing over the last few months that we've hired a lot of folks that have been involved in the organization for a long time, because that was a well we hadn't tapped yet, and really happy to find that. And the biggest takeaway we got from that is, hey, we need to come with bigger guns next year. So that's our plan. We're going to roll in probably 4 times as deep as we did the last time, and come in to make sure to be respectful for you all that are ready to come see us. We don't want you to wait in line for the 3.5 hours that we had the last time. We want to make sure that you get that quality experience and get that opportunity on your time, because we know it's valuable. And at the same time, you know, there's no surprise that we go to some other conventions out there, some of the other organizations, and the biggest takeaway I'll say with RTAG is it is not diluted. There are I think 90% of the folks that we talked to last time were currently serving or previously veterans, and that's who we're looking for. We're coming to RTAG for you. We're not coming to RTAG for the other folks that are out there, because we know where to find them. So being able to be saturated with veterans was a huge surprise and great takeaway that we're looking forward to this next year.
That's awesome. Yeah. And, as a person who is currently a reservist, Corey really takes it to heart. We've had lots of conversations about, what he's doing at American, really on the veteran side as well. And so that's something that if you guys are thinking about American, or this could be the convention that sets you up, or maybe you're grinding it out right now at a regional, and that by the time the convention comes, this is the place you want to be. They really do take that to heart. We were able to see that quite a bit. And I always bring back, and I think we talked about this the other day, I always come back to, at the very beginning, those of you who have been at RTAG with us from the very beginning, we take, we have pictures of solos. I mean, simple things that seem silly, but we have pictures of people doing solos. We have pictures of people getting their first ATP, their first type ride. And I just went back and looked through the other day and saw we had taken some picture. We have posted some pictures, I think about 3-4 years ago. I think it was about 4 years ago now, of a person who we've got their solo picture, we've got their commercial, we've got their ATP, we've got their first check ride at a regional, and now we've got their first got hired and their new hire dinner at the Legacies at United American. And I'm like, man, it's so cool to see that in 4 years, somebody who didn't ever think they were going to be able to do this is able to do this. And so we're really appreciative of you. And that's a huge, for the RTAG Nation that's out there, that's a huge benefit to what you all do and what you present, because we can only take it so far. I can't go get you a job with American. I can only bring them to you. But you all have done such an amazing job in representing yourselves and what you're ready to do and what you're to show. And then have you had an experience with, I know there's quite a few people, Christian Martin's one that comes to mind, but there's people that have come through new hire that you met in RTAG that I think have started to go through OE. Have you heard any of how they're doing in training and things like that, and just to maybe give some hope to somebody who may be a little nervous or something like that?
No, absolutely. I think Christian and PJ and some of the folks that have come through that have already are doing OE or actually flying the line would attest that we have. I'm very proud of our training program. Yeah. It's designed to set you up for success. The biggest thing that we see is that the folks that we're hiring that have come through this process were prepared, number one, and there's no doubt, the military mindset and what's ingrained in being prepared for the next day's events sets them up in our training. It just fits together very nicely, and we have not seen any issues. And in fact, the feedback from our training department is that, wow, where are you finding these folks? Because they're professional. They're coming in with the right attitude and the right heart. And those 3 things there will get you as far as you want to go in life.
That's awesome. That's what I love to see from our folks is that, Christian just said, I'll put up for what Christian said. Christian, who him and his wife have done such an amazing job. They've come in from day one to volunteer, and they just took ownership. They were like, hey, listen, the swag booth, we're doing it. This is what we want. You just give us the stuff and we'll run with it. And they have done such a good job. He said, hands down, best training I've ever experienced. And so that's a great testament to what you all do and the kind of folks you bring in. So I'm going to preempt some of these questions before we open it up, some questions for Corey before we try to bombard him. But what's his favorite color and what's his favorite drink? And so you can send him stuff in the mail. But let's take a second. It's the most common question I think that we get that have kind of gone before, and I'm sure that you get, is I want to be an American, right? This is where I want to be. I'm in a, let's say, anywhere from a year to 6 month transition, or I just got out. What am I looking to do? How is my best pathway to get to American through the app process? Come interview, come meet you, all of those things. What's kind of the best way I can put my best foot forward in order to land that job?
Well, yeah, that's a great question. I'll put the landscape out there, what we're looking at, and then put the context behind it. We've got over 8,000 people updating their application on a regular basis, and those are folks that already meet our qualifications.
Right.
We're putting 180 in class each month. So in order to get that mix, obviously, we have a partnership with our wholly owned regionals that take about 20% of those slots away, and then the remaining 80% go to the folks that are ready. They've got their the biggest thing I will say is that we look for is, are you available in the next couple of months? If you put your application in, don't wait to put your application in and put it together, because you're going to be able to pay a little bit more attention to detail if you do it over a long period of time than trying to rush and cram and hope that you get a job within 2 or 3 weeks. So leading that and getting that ready to go is a big key to that. And then on the application, the other big thing is that availability date. Make sure it's accurate, because we run such a tight timeline. Listen, I know that no one else really keeps up with us at our level, but from the point that we reach out and say, hey, we want to interview you, to the point that you're in class, that's 8 weeks, 2 months max.
Holy cow.
It happens really fast. And as a result, the folks that we're pulling in, to be fair to everyone, are the folks that are available in the next 2 months. So if you're available in August, it's not that we're not looking at you. It's that we're probably not going to call you until June or July to try to make things work for your timeline and our timeline. If that doesn't happen, just keep updating your application, because even if you're not currently flying, if you've separated or you're in a staff job and you're not currently flying, just going in and touching up the details of your application lets us know that you're interested. That's the only way we know that you're currently looking to come to us. And that's comes back down to the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So coming to see us at events. The biggest thing that I will add on top of that, and you are already seeing that with the folks that you know and you see and you hear from, is that we value highly what your experience is outside the flight deck. So being involved in an active member, not just, hey, I checked the box and I've got a membership number and ID. No, the folks that are actively involved, we like to see that, because we know that you're going to contribute 110% when you show up to fly. And that's really what sets the precedent and the edge for people that get a call right away versus the same level of qualification, or even maybe slightly more qualified. We'll look at the individual person as much, if not more, than their qualifications that they bring.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know you and I talked quite a bit about that, because we always hear about this point system, this magic, mystical unicorn point system. And how do I get those points? And you brought up to me really good that it's really more of a way to kind of stack your order, but it's not really who you hire. And so I can tell you folks that, just in the long conversations I've had and the people that I've seen, Corey is very protective and his team is very protective, because they are pilots and he's a pilot, and they want to know that person and that personality that is in the cockpit next to them. Obviously, you've filled out all of this airline apps and you're qualified to be there. They're wanting to know if you really are that person that they want to spend 2 days with, 4 days with, those Cancun, stand-ups at 2 a.m. So, definitely getting that app, keeping it updated, showing them that you're continually interested, and then when you come to these events, come ready. I can tell you this: we can't let any fun secrets out, but if you've paid attention to any of the other organizations and things that do the conventions, I would say come ready. If this is the place you're ready to be, come ready with that expectation of, I am walking away that they can't forget me. I want that job and I want it now. And so I think that is going to be a great attitude. What about resume? Should they bring a resume with them, or what should they bring with them? What's kind of things?
Yeah, that's a great follow on. Absolutely bring a resume. If you aren't sure how to work out a resume, I know there are resources here. You can even send an email to us and we'll send you a sample copy of what the standard commercial aviation resume looks like. It's there's a very standard format that's out there. It doesn't have to be the 5-page, every single job that you had and every single PME that you've done. It just has to tell us, who you are. We know based off of where you've made it through, what you've probably done in that time frame. So just also, I will say, save your money now for getting some folks just to kind of review things for you and help you kind of refine your story. You may have the best story, but if you don't have it packaged neatly that fits into a nice 1 hour interview, and we don't get to the meat of your story, we're not going to know it, and we're not going to be able to use that as a reason for why we should hire you. So there are some several good services out there, especially give discounts if not free for veterans. Use that opportunity to get yourself as prepared as possible. It's a multi-million-dollar career. A couple $100 isn't too much to spend. Don't spend the money on buying all kinds of fancy binders and pictures and things to put your resume in, because at the bottom line, the biggest thing that we're going to do is marry that up to your application. As long as your application is complete, we use that resume as just kind of a conversation starter for us when we're discussing with you in person. So
Yeah, absolutely. When I first started, I went to a prep company. I felt very confident with how to interview, but I was like, I didn't know the next step. And those of us who've been in the military for a long time, we can sit around and talk war stories all day long, and they're fun. But when like you said, when you're trying to get it down into that small, I'm trying to get to know you in 1 hour, maybe less, it really does help to kind of use somebody that can say, hey, yeah, that's great to talk about, but formulate it in this package, and obviously you can look up RTAG Nation on any of our social media. You can reach out to most of us and we'll tell you, there's a bunch of places that have really done. There'll be a bunch at the convention that will do resume prep right there for you. I tell you, Kit Darby has done resume prep for free right there on site. You can have him take a quick peek, go back to your hotel room, maybe print out a new one and get you something. But that resume, I always think about the resume in a way you should be able to talk through that. That resume is a short story, right? It's bullet points, the Reader's Digest version of, and so somebody like Corey can say, oh, okay, I saw that you were a troop leader. I saw that you were this, and you can just kind of broaden those things. So really look at there. It's a great way to introduce yourself, business card, if you will, to introduce yourself. Here's the other question. Are you ready for the 80s party?
absolutely ready. I got Iceman back here with me. He's ready to go. With Maverick at the last one, Iceman felt left out. So
I love it. Oh yeah, well, we got to try and get Iceman Mamby. But before I let you go, Corey, I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for what you do. There's going to be, team. There's going to be so much that we're going to see from Americans, so much that we're going to see from the entire convention that is just going right back and pouring back into you all, and we're really thankful. Is there any last thing that you'd like to put out or send out to the folks watching now or that are going to watch in the future?
listen, we are just again super ecstatic, and I will tell you that of all of the organizations that we've partnered with, just the momentum that's behind our tag has really got us on board. We've got a lot of it's gotten a lot of attention all the way at the top levels of our company, and well above my pay grade, if you will. So we're looking forward to what this leads for us, especially having it in our hometown. There's no way that we could have given up that diamond spot.
Right.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg of our partnership and what we have to contribute to help all of you. And those of you that are not quite at the point to come to us and you're just bridging that gap, there's some things in the works, and I think you can expect to see some extensive partnerships all the way at the basic level of getting through your solo. So
yeah,
we're really excited.
Wish we could talk to you guys about everything that's coming, but it has been an amazing adventure. So Corey, thanks so much. I know on behalf of all of the RTAG Nation that we really appreciate it. We'll have you back on again, and we'll come see you at the training center and stuff. We've got a cool long podcast that we're going to get ready to do and put out. So thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you next time.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Take care.
Oh my gosh, Nation. That is amazing, right? I mean, so cool. A lot of you probably guessed it with being in DFW, but like he said, it wasn't really just DFW. It was the fact that they were so blown away. And let me tell you, they were not blown away by any of the board members. They weren't blown away by us. They were blown away with what you all brought, the character that you all came with, the interviews that you did. I mean, they have been hiring nonstop RTAG people. If you see me looking off over here, I'm actually getting geared up right now. I'm doing a couple tweaks so that here, when we get ready to close this out, we are going to put live we are going to put live our portal for registration. So let me talk to you about how registration is going to work a little bit this year. We are going to open up registration starting here just in a little bit. And when I publish this page, I will do it live with you. And how it's going to work is you can get on our attendee portal. You can register right there. Veterans, it is free for veterans and military. We'll check that when you register. We'll check that when you come in the door. We're going to have lots of places for you to come and have some fun. There's going to be a ton of events. We'll talk about that here in just a second. And when you guys register, you'll get an email with a ticket. Remember that when you register, I will tell you this, our 80s party and scholarship, our scholarship award presentation, we're going to have a few awards. We're going to have some scholarships. Those will be presented at the 80s party. We've got a live 80s band. We're dressing up in 80s, whatever you want to wear, 80s stuff. Maybe some Ghostbusters you'll see there, Back to the Future inspired, but it's going to be an awesome night, Saturday, the 22nd at 6 p.m. It is limited capacity because obviously we can only have so much room, and it is actually at the convention center in the ballroom upstairs. So it's a real easy get when you get done with the convention, roll right over to your hotel, change up, and walk right back over. We're going to have some pre-show events. We're going to have some bars set up. We've got airlines that have sponsored all of this stuff for us. It's going to be great. Recruiters are going to be there. It'll be time to let your hair down, for those of you hairband people, and you'll be able to just kind of have a nice relaxing evening and get to celebrate the scholarship winners, like the $20,000 American Airlines RTAG scholarship that we're going to be presenting, the Chris Besdiz $10,000 RTAG scholarship that we're going to be presenting. We've got more coming this year, and we'll be announcing those soon, and those scholarships will go live on the website so that you can apply, and we'll be selecting those, and we'd love to give those out in person, and again, we'll be streaming those with Hero Hut, and we're so thankful for what they bring to the table. So when you register on, and there's going to be an add-on that says, hey, I want tickets. You can get up to 4 tickets, I believe, at one time. They are free, but I have 400 of them. I got 400 tickets for the 80s party. That's all I got. So make sure you register. We're going to be doing Texas barbecue buffet that evening. Make sure you register. You are not going to want to miss it. It is going to be an absolute blast. Civilians, you feel like maybe we left you out a little bit. We didn't leave you out. There's a spot for you as well. For non-military, there's a spot for you as well. We've asked for a $50 donation this year. I think that if you ask any non-military folks that came last year, the donation was well worth it. But we'd love to have you come. We really appreciate when the civilians think enough of what our veterans have done that they can donate a few dollars to come and be able to see People Like American or get that next job. And we love to support that and continue to work together to aid the program. And same thing for you. You can pick up some of those tickets as well. So if you have a family coming or you have a few people coming, make sure you pick up those tickets, but I got 400. That's it. I can't open up any more. It's going to be epic, and it's going to be amazing. Hard 8 barbecue or bust. We've actually got custom barbecue Richie coming in. It's going to be delicious. We're super excited, and we're super thankful. So Fort Worth Convention Center, October 21st, well, really 22nd and 23rd for the event days. Make sure that you're in on the 21st because I'm already talking to a bunch of airlines. I know Eric and Tim and Jim are about the airlines are wanting to host meet and greets at restaurants that are in the area right around Fort Worth. There's so much to do. I believe there might be a rodeo in town that weekend, so you're definitely not going to miss being by Friday. Volunteers, if you're looking to volunteer, look up PJ Edmonds. Send us an email to our info@rtag.org. We'll get you linked up. We have a special volunteers dinner this year that we are going to have, again, barbecue, but out at Risky's Barbecue. It's super exciting to do that. So if we got a couple seconds to take questions while I cheat over here and make sure that we're live, we'll be pretty live pretty quick. It'll probably be about 5 minutes after I close out this. I got to make sure one thing's correct on the actual link itself, and then we will be live to register. So get on there, get your fingers ready to go. We've got Tim has been working on a unique convention shirt this year that I think will be pretty awesome. So if anybody's got any questions, let me know real quick before we close this out. And if not, let's see. It is currently, just past the half hour. So we are going to go live. We're going to go live at 45. So 45. It doesn't matter what time zone you're at. You can look at your watch or clock. It's 6:45 here in Central, 7:45 on the East Coast, and then you can figure out from there. I do got a questions. Are block rooms set up? Okay, sorry, Ryan. Yes, block rooms are set up. However, I'm waiting for one more. They've set us up some good rooms. I'm waiting for one more. There's basically one more little contract thing that needs to be sent to us so we can publish those. Feel free, if you want to call and get some rooms, you can. There's like 5 hotels that are right within walking distance of the venue. But yes, there are block rooms coming, and I'm hoping that they will be out early next week, and we'll make a big announcement to make sure that you can get into those. Make sure that you get in and try to get like a double queen and have, share rooms, do what you got to do. Make sure you come and rock some suits. We are super excited. On-course drones. I like that. That's pretty cool. On-course drones says, thanks for RTAG and the AA for this partnership. Appreciate the programs you're setting up for E2As. Can't wait to hear more. It's pretty exciting. Let's see, meet and greets. Will there be a list of those companies and where that? Yes. So as we get information for the meet and greets, we're going to put that out to the best of our abilities. We're trying to work together to make sure that we can get that information out quicker this year, so that you can kind of plan on where you want to go. If you want to go to SkyWest and they're having a meet and greet, we'll try to get that information out and work with the airlines to do that. They've done them a lot of different conventions. The airlines have, and it's been really, really neat. Very cool. Somebody says, just to recap, got off work. Awesome. American Scholarship, Diamond sponsor. Okay, so American is the Diamond sponsor. You're going to see their name a lot this year. American has partnered with us this year to be our top sponsor, and because they saw it in person and they really believe in what we're doing, and they've hired a ton of RTAGers. And included in that, they are actually also bringing a $20,000 transition scholarship for our members specifically. More details are coming on that soon, and we will let you all know when that's open for the scholarship, and we'll present that. In fact, with Corey and his team, we'll present that on Saturday night. Hopefully that caught you up, Chris? Or American. Oh, look at that. Hashtag goals. I love it. Let's see what else. All right. Awesome. Well, I think that should do it. 45. Everybody look at your watches. 45. 400 tickets for that 80s party. It is going to be awesome. Look for the RTAG swag, Fridge Fun Fridays. You can see what we're going to have available. These hats are going to be available. We're going to have some of our shirts ready to go. You'll be able to do that pre-order. We'll do one more pre-order before the convention, so you can come rocking some swag if you'd like to. And we got more exciting stuff coming. We're working our rear ends off to try and get this set up. Oh. Here's a good one. Anything for non-military looking to get in. Not me, but asking for a friend. Sure, Luke. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, absolutely. So non-military, or plain civilians, absolutely welcome to come. The only difference is it's a $50 donation request. But yes, please come. Bring your resume. Make sure your stuff's up to date. We'd love to have you out. Those tickets are going to be available in just a few minutes at 45 past. Those tickets will be available as well for the non-military. You can choose, for non-military, you can choose to pay on the website, or you can pay at the door. We'll have our registration booths pretty easily to see what you have coming in, and we'll get that. Yeah, it is going to be amazing. I can't believe it. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like I said, they were in a few seconds. We have had so many sponsors, so many partners sign up. This would be probably the biggest setup that we've had. We're going to have some vendors come in, Flying Eye Optics, hopefully, and a few other. Bose, it looks like Bose is probably going to be back this year. We're going to have some things to just really make this, take this over the top. Each morning, breakfast, an airline's already sponsored that. We'll give you more information. So we're going to have a breakfast bar each morning for Saturday and Sunday, so you can be fresh and ready, or all sugared up, one of the two, to rock into any of those interviews. And then we're working on doing timetables. So one of the things that we are working this year is that if you're going to wait to see American or United or Delta or whoever else is coming, all the legacies, we don't want you to have to wait in line for 3 hours if we can avoid it. So what we're going to do is we're going to set out timetables for that. So you can come in, get signed up for a time block. So maybe you're only waiting in that time block to see those folks. And that way you can also enjoy the rest of the things that we're going to have and offer at the convention. So I got a little bit of work to do to make sure this link is working. If we got nothing else, it looks like we do not. Make sure, do me a favor, subscribe. I've got a Bose headset. I got a ProFlight 2, and I've got a set of Bose A20s that we're going to be giving away here on the next few shows on the podcast. I've got JSX I'm working with right now. No military spouses are not counted as non-military. So military spouses and kids obviously are included free. But you're welcome to donate if you'd like to donate. Registration, Kenny's opening up at 45 after. So I've got 2 sets of bows to give away. We're going to be giving those away for the next few shows coming up. I've got JSX that we're going to go do a long form podcast with them and talk about their operation and sit with some other people. And then we're doing the same thing with American as well. There's going to be more coming. It's super exciting to see what we can do with these live shows and what we can do with the podcast. And this is actually, for those of you who didn't know, the last time we'll be presenting from this studio location. I am in the process of moving. And we're super exciting, setting up a new studio, and it's going to be very cool. Woohoo. ProFlight 2, I'll hold off on buying one for now, fingers crossed. So in order to be in the running for any of the Pro Flights that we're going to be giving away, go over to YouTube and make sure you subscribe to our channel. That does a couple of things. It helps us. One, anytime there's ads that run on any of our YouTube stuff when you watch it, that gives money right back to us. If you haven't added us on Amazon, we've been doing about $180 a quarter on Amazon where they're just giving money to us, and all that's going back to you. It doesn't change any cost for you. It doesn't add anything for you. All it does is just gives us a piece of that. And you can do smile.amazon.com and set RTAG as your people. I know probably most of the $100 and $86 the quarter comes from me buying Amazon stuff. But, you know, all of that, if you've already been donating, thank you so much. We are so appreciative of it. Share this video out, please. When you share these videos out, obviously the more exposure we get, the more people see our content. We can start making more content for people and doing more fun stuff. And not only does that pay for us to do content and travel and get those things, those awesome like interviews with these airlines, it goes right back out into scholarships. So we have this huge dream that we're going to start unrolling here in the next few years. But we're going to start talking about probably this year and towards the end of the year to be giving away, you know, I'd be love to be giving away 10, 15, 20 full transition scholarships. And we can make it happen by what you all are doing. The 4 of us that work on this every day don't make any money from this. We turn it all around and give out everything that we can give out. So we're so thankful. 45 past the hour. I got 5 minutes. We are so happy to have you all here, and get on and register. Make sure you get those tickets for that 80 party. They're going to go fast. And with that, I'm out. RTAG Nation, we'll see you later.